4 months after the end of the world, the trees on the mountain also germinated, the weather became increasingly warm. Since snow, we began to take turns guarding. This morning, my mother happily told me, perhaps the farming fish had given birth. After 2 months, there would be fry, which is good news. Along with the revival of all things, zombies also revive. It is not known whether the weather is warmed or the virus has changed, and the zombie moves more than the original. Although many places across the country have lost power, not all, so the video of zombies online is constantly updated. If it is said that the speed of the zombie is about our walking speed, now it has reached the slow speed of normal people, even faster. It is important that it is not tired. If it is really comparable to endurance, then it is certain that people are not their rivals. Since the weather warmed, the people at the foot of the mountain have gradually been out of the house. Because this place is remote, after the first 3 zombies were attracted, this area was still safe. It took me a few days to statistics the number of people in the mountains, leaving 38 people, including 12 children. The youngest child still needs how to milk, the rest is mostly the elderly. Of course, the original fool was still alive, he was also the only young man in the mountain. In recent days, on the road to the mountain gradually appeared the footprint. But fortunately they only picked firewood near the foot of the mountain, not going far. No one now has been curious about the safe house. A few days later, at the foot of the mountain began to sow seeds. Anyway, we could not sit idle to eat all the property. We decided to plant some vegetables in the garden. Vegetables are grown on a small piece of land in the back of the house, unless someone comes in, otherwise no one will find out, which has been planned since building a house. Anyway, food can be preserved for a long time, but not vegetables. Parents decided to grow some chives, mustard, and radish. Chives and small mustard grows very quickly, radishes are preserved for a long time. Radish leaves can also eat, not wasted. During the end of the world, everything must be carefully calculated. When we were all trying to sow seeds, a stranger appeared on the road to the village. Parents, something. Today, as usual after finishing eating, my parents went to clean the new land, and I continued to observe the situation at the foot of the mountain through the telescope. As a result, I saw a frantic car running into the village. Not far away, there were some zombies chasing. The car runs very fast, nothing has abandoned zombies. They started wandering indefinitely, and the car now reached the small square at the foot of the mountain. Do not worry, not sure if they have come to the mountain, even if we go to the mountain is not afraid. Our walls are 10 meters tall, they cannot enter. Even if there is a car, the car is okay, the wall is thick enough. My father patted my shoulder to comfort. We were saying when the group went to the village and the leaves cars to the mountain. The concrete road to the mountain to be partially spread, less than half of the mountainside. If they really want to drive up the mountain, they will definitely detect a safe place. Eventually the worst situation happened. This group of people only stopped at the end of the concrete road and chose a less steep path to continue, finally stopping in front of our safe place. Certainly this group of people was prepared in advance, first saw the safe place where 4 men get off the car. After the surrounding inspection, 2 women got off the car. They danced outside the wall, then started looking for the door. Unfortunately the fake door could not deceive them. Is there anyone? We are the survivors from the city of L. We have no malice. Seeing that the door could not be opened, this group of people started calling the door from the outside. Seeing that there was no sound inside, they began to crash the door frantically, determined appearance. They even started using the axe to tighten the chain on the door, but unfortunately, even though they used all kinds of ways, my door was as stable as the original. Do not be tight, if we are really broken, we will be safe later. My father said the landlord decorated this place as a bunker. He visited when installing solar energy, planning to come to play. Unexpectedly the end of us. Hearing their dialogue, my father and I exchanged eyes, could not let this group of people. Daddy, did you not say that the construction team was all from the province? Why did someone come so quickly? Dad doesn't know and the locals in it. At this moment they thought of a new way, taking ropes and iron hook tried to climb, after a few throwing hooks to successfully hang on the wall. But they are not professional climbers, trying many times still cannot be up. After that, they even used people to make walls, but still lacked a big space. In the end, this group of people did not achieve anything, could only temporarily return to the foot of the mountain. It was getting dark, we looked back at what that group of people did throughout the day, certainly they would not easily ignore it. When there was no one, they considered this place into their area, just do not know how tomorrow will come in. If not, I will let the drone lead zombies, zombies will not climb the wall, safer than these bad people. No, there are people under the mountain, if not controlled people under the mountain, they will have trouble. My father did not need to think that he refused. But listen to my father, JJ. Not until the end, don't use this way, zombies are not what we can control. My mother clapped my hands on my hand. If we really don't, we still have knives and crossbows. My mother chased me to sleep, and she didn't know what to talk to her father. Early in the morning, it was just bright, that group came again. This time they also carry the only healthy workers in the village. They carry more professional tools, a long ladder. The ladder is that we are taller than usual, the ladder they bring about 5-6 m, climbing up to the top of the ladder is still missing. They threw an iron hook again, now climbing walls much easier. First they find the healthiest man on the wall, climb the ladder and grab the string to climb. 3 meters, 2 meters, 1 meter, he finally climbed onto the wall, the rest could not hold the cheering. Next, they saw him carefully flipped over the wall, tying the rope to prepare slowly climbing down. 1 meter, 2 meters, 3 meters, whispering, 3 crossbows arrows and flew out, only hearing Asian, then a loud noise. Money, money, what are you? People outside do not know what happens inside, can only worry. Looking at that parents, hoping to threaten them to run. I worriedly looked at the camera, the crossbow holding the crossbow is always ready, if not threatened, there is only strong attack. I go to see, you guys keep me the ladder. Next, there was a person climbing on the wall, this person was too fast, I was not ready to finish climbing. Luke View, how is it inside? Talking a little, there is zombie inside, money ch. Next, with the speed faster than when climbing up, he was down the wall, the group quickly left the house safely. Parents, they are gone. It's good to go, it's good to go. My mother trembled into the house, sweating on her body to make a makeup layer on her face drifted. Anyway, this is the first time they are GI. But the end of the world has turned ordinary people into murderers. If he doesn't die, then we will die. If you have to blame, he blames him to invade the people's homes, worthy of life. Anyway, the first time GI. Dad, what about C.H.T.T, can't be like that. Well, that's right, what to do? Or use the drone tonight. Dad, the drone can't bring it? Ah, right, right. It seems that my father was not as calm as he performed. Just like that, we were silently spent a day, until we sneak up the door, using a stroller to throw the body down the mountain from another road. In the following days, our mood is very sad. Anyway is a human network, saying no heartbreaking is fake. Until that group of people came, this time I was really angry, also completely K1ch like to kill my mind. Since the last time they lost one person, they have backed down the mountain, not knowing what they used to survive. Occasionally, I can still see from the telescope to see them visit other people's houses to talk. Yet a while passed, until noon today they came, This time the things they brought made the whole family stunned. Yet they brought the old grandson of the old lady in the mountain. Why not hold? Because they pulled the child out of the trunk of the car, absolutely did not consider it a human. What do they want to do? How do they get this child? This is still a child who has not weaned. I also secretly send him milk. At this moment they built a higher ladder, this time successfully climbing my wall. It turned out that these days they were busy, they did not give up this place. Din Din, have you finished preparing gasoline? Done, enough for zombie inside to drink a bottle. After saying that, they slowly transported gasoline to the wall, then even pulled the child on the wall. It's not good, they intend to use the child as a bait. My father immediately changed his face. At this moment, they frantically cut the child at the child, then threw it from the wall. The poor child could not cry for a few hours. Seeing this scene, I really hate, why can a person be so crazy about this? Seeing that, I did not hesitate to pull the D.A.O bridge. In the blink of an eye, the strong current almost emitted blue light, the people on the wall had no reaction that fell down, only hearing a loud noise, no other sound. There are 6 more names. Luke Dio. Luke Dio, what's wrong with you? You, don't scare me. Those outside people do not see the internal situation, let alone high voltage shaped, unable to see or touch, apart from the body, no one discovered. Damn it, you go to see if something is wrong. I don't dare to go, I really don't dare. Don't talk nonsense, otherwise I'll be GI. Under the threat, the idiot previously reluctantly climbed the top of the wall. He was very careful, after going up, first gently touching the stone wall, then touching the upper iron fence. After confirming no problem, he carefully climbed over the fence, leaning down. What's the matter inside? Luke Dio fell down, no longer moving. What about zombies? Zombie. While they were talking, I pulled the D.A.O bridge, haha, the animal is harmful to the whole village. 5 more names. Ken, Close, Vuong Ngoc Hui, his mother, this wall is freezing but each one falls down. Although the person below angrily jumped up, but did not dare to climb on the wall anymore, his mother, bring electric saws, I don't believe I can't open this door. The outside people did not dare to climb the wall, finally deciding to attack the big door. They took out an electric saw out, this saw is the type that is often used to fix fruit trees, unexpectedly after how long there is still electricity. Come, who is afraid of anyone? When he attacked my big door, I immediately pulled the D.A.O bridge directly to the door, and immediately sounded a bitter cry. There is electricity, there is someone inside. In response he eats a few arrows from the crossbow. When I was about to shock the iron door, my parents climbed the wall and prepared the crossbow. Electric shock and arrow attacked together, this battle suddenly hit, without lukewarm with the animals. There are 0.5 names. Safe, when the big door slowly opened, my family was filled with armor. The electric shock door is miraculously effective, defeating 3 names immediately. I don't know if they have it or not, but after going out, we still added a few more, please forgive me, I'm just a girl, they all force me. 4 people at the door, 3 men ch. Din Din, she said they forced her, but she saw when she pulled the child from the trunk of the car to smile like flowers, not like being forced at all. My parents coordinated, one talked to change her attention, the other took advantage of the arrow out of her feet. Not because of compassion, but simply does not want to waste these 2 arrows. Blood died with one leg of her leg, I bandaged myself, I asked her to answer, honestly, I let you go, if I don't sincerely go to work as a friend with your accomplices. I threw her a tape, the other hand also placed D.A.O on her neck. Where do you from the end? How is the situation outside? We are truly a city of L, we came here to travel, then trapped in the hotel, a few days ago to escape. She trembled and quickly wrapped the bandage for herself. Ah, I said, why don't you let me go? Because you are lying. I pulled the D.A.O from her thigh. If you still do a trick, the next time I am not just thighs. Tell me carefully, I am not afraid to let you know, I always have contacts at the Dayton Sun drawing station. Just a few days ago I lost contact, just when the girls came, she said in this world how many such coincidences, didn't tell the truth. I used D.A.O to lift Din Din's chin, so that M.A.U sticks to her delicate face. These words are definitely to scare her, but I think my expression now must make others scared. Only seeing her trembling more than before, stammering to tell everything. They are really people in L, but not only they travel, but more than 30 people. They survived in the hotel not because they were lucky, but because they quickly robbed the food store of the hotel and locked the hotel door. And those who are stuck outside can imagine their fate. How can you be sure in a safe hotel, and how to escape? Safe, the hotel is not large, besides us, there are only a few rooms, just throw it out. After that, we take advantage of the snow to go out to dredge a little supplies, just survive up to now. Zombie. Then. After that all the survivors contacted each other, nearly 100 people, waiting for the snow to dissolve together. Just a few days ago we all went out together, but we didn't go out but went inside, because my father said there was a safe ghost house, we were going to come here to hide. Do not know what the woman has recalled the horrific image, her eyes became aggressive, too much zombie, really unable to go out, so that they can lead to zombies is the best, they can definitely lead all zombies. So what else do you do? Only about 100 people escaped, they cannot lure all zombies. I used D.A.O to hit her once, awakening her out of a state of delusion. What to do? Ha ha ha, I put the loudspeaker in their backpack, I also installed the speaker into their car. As long as I turned away from afar, making sure all zombies will be led, don't tell me about cruelty, I just want to live, I'm not wrong. It is crazy. I used D.A.O hilt to faint the communal house, tied her limbs, and threw them into their cars. Dad, I and Dad raised them into the car, we will throw them out in a while. That's right, in the mountain. Nothing left, all are no longer. Mom showed me the situation just turned with drone, more than 30 villagers at first, no one survived. Turns out those days they did not visit each other but were slaughtered. This animal, ch. My mother cried and scolded. Mom, mother, and father go down to the mountain to bury the villagers. Give me the drone, I will throw these animals out, helping to dirty this land. I drove to take these people out to the village. First, I carefully use the drone to lure zombies on the way, then drive to the only big road to the mountain. Before I left, I removed the limbs of the living, then cut a few ways to the dead. Then I opened the window, opened the door, turned off and left. Going away, I controlled the drone to lure the zombie. When I saw the zombie surrounded the car, I drove the drone to leave. If you want to live is not wrong, but killing countless innocent people to live is not forgiven. Although I am not a good person, but I can't accept their way. If you make other people from zombies, then let you feel the bite of zombies. It is the response, you do not deserve it all. Returning to the village, my parents did not ask how I did it, just saying only one sentence is just for the people in the village to rest is good. A total of 37 T.H.ith large and small, ranked in a small square. My father found a small excavator from the mountain house, then went home safely to take a diesel tank, just poured oil twice like that to finish the deep hole. Everyone, do not blame me for digging a rough hole, just like that, you can be friends. Do not hold back. If there is resentment, the resentment, if there is a revenge. Along with his father's babble, The earth was gradually filled with a hole and compressed. My mother found a large rock placed next to it, proving that this place once buried 37 lives. Waiting for later when the virus ends, if a family member comes to know, it will also know gold and burn incense for them. After burying the people in the village, we looked down at the empty mountain. Now it has really become a lonely village, the whole mountain area behind us only our family. Parents, let's blockade the road. We don't need to completely block, just need to set up some obstacles, people who can go back and forth, zombies cannot pass. Small cars cannot pass, if there is really an unrighteous heart, it is easy to cope. Okay, just follow my words. After this incident, our whole family has a new awareness of people's hearts. In the end of the world without morality, now I really understand the saying, the more frightening thing is the devil is the heart. In the following months, during the day we built obstacles, at night, we returned home safely. We also started cultivating soil under the mountains, every day living busy and fully. Just like that, a summer passed, time gradually came in the middle of autumn, to the walnut harvest season full of mountains. On hot days, we dried a lot of dried roses and dried apples. The mountain under the mountain also harvested a lot of corn and sweet potatoes. We recalculated, after a year of consumption, our resources not only go less, but also increased much. We also gradually become healthy tan through every day of labor. Now that I don't need to say, I ran from the mountain in the middle of the house safely and just need a breath without stopping, my physical strength has improved not only one step. When we were living 2 points, 1 line asterisk, the village finally appeared a new stranger. Asterisk, a metaphor for regular travel between the two places. Today is a normal day than usual days. It was raining, a cold rain. In the rainy days, we often do not go out at home, watch movies, eat newly harvested walnuts this year, so pleasant. Perhaps because these peaceful days have lasted too long, we gradually lost its initial vigilance. So when I discovered someone through a surveillance camera, that person was close to home. Parents, someone comes. I was really subjective, making such a serious mistake. Today it rains, cannot turn on the grid, if not unfortunately, the electricity will become suicide. Fortunately, there is only one person and walking up the mountain. If the conflict really occurs, our possibility of victory is still very large. When I was calculating the power of the two sides, that person came to the door of the house safely. My father, he watched the outfit he wore. Hearing my mother's voice suddenly choked, I stared at the man in the surveillance camera. That's right, it's military uniform. Is military uniform. Although it was almost dirty to not see the color, the military uniform was deep in the Chinese flesh, how could it be wrong? Hello, is anyone at home? At this time, he spoke out, he raised his head to look at the hidden camera, he discovered. Hello, I am the Liberation of the Army, the People's Liberation Team of China, the 38th Brigade, Luke Trin. He stood outside, his body upright, raised his head to look at the camera as if we saw us on the other side of the camera. Go out and see, I see this guy is not like a bad guy. After saying that, my father was the first to open the door downstairs. Shortly after, our whole family wore a hat and climbed on the wall. You said you were the Liberation of the Army, so are you the one who was sent by the state to save us? Seeing the three of us appearing on the wall, first of all, taking a standard army to open his mouth to answer my father's question. The state has set up many bases to protect survivors, the army is also looking for survivors in different cities. Currently at home and abroad are trying their best to study the antidote. What about you? Why are you here? Why is it alone? I looked at him, although it looked very attractive, but my eyes still lit up with something called hope, could not help but mock. JJ, why say that? My mother was not happy to hit me. Small comrade, you don't pay attention, she doesn't know how to talk, It's okay. Luke Trin had a wry smile. We come here because there are people who posted an online residence. I know, now zombies are rampant, traffic and communication are all problems. Initially, there were troops here, which should have been held relief. But a few days ago we received support calls, this place was lost. However, we underestimate the number of zombies here, the entire supporting team, I have to be released from my relief, I have to be released from my relief. Cannot let other soldiers sacrifice useless. Luke Trin did not cry, only his red eyes showed that he was not as calm as his appearance. Comrade Liberation Army, you cover the umbrella, do not reign forever, prone to illness. My mother was the softest person, said and threw the umbrella I was holding for him. Luke Trin picked up the umbrella without saying anything, then bowed to us, Uncle, when I came here to see on the road there are many obstacles that people set out, right? I have called for a long time in the mountain without seeing anyone, the people here are all up the mountain. No one else, only the three of us. The previous people have turned into zombies, the survivors are very difficult to encounter a few animals. Now that we only live on high animal cannot enter a lifetime. Comrade, how do you come here when you come here? My father did not want to continue discussing the story in the village, but asked about the external situation. This is like this, when the zombie has just broken out, the online article has appeared in newspaper, the address displayed is this place. So we think the relief mission here has been completed and continues to go to other relief places. Until half a month ago, our news staff saw an online rescue, said there were survivors that need to be supported by the two internal lines. Son, therefore, has helped this time. Go, then our actions have been destroyed the entire army. We all saw the pain of Luke Trin, and I also recalled, the article Benin was because the fool I saved. Anyone who doubted an initial action would cause such consequences, now everything is too late. Comrade Luke, first of all he kept relaxing his spirit, zombies could not come here in a short time. Please go down the mountain to find a place to stay in the rain, this rain has no signs of stopping, if there is still rain, it will definitely feel cold. Dad found it raining growing and not wanting to ask anything else, just want to quickly find a place to avoid rain for everyone. Can you call me the processing, I just want to ask if there is any other way to get out of the mountain? I definitely have to go out, I can't let them CHT. Luke Trin had no intention of residing in the rain, he just wanted to quickly leave the mountain. Little Luke, listening to you a sentence, first staying in the rain, leaving the mountain does not need to be urgently. My father waved and told him to find a shelter. Little Luke, catch. My mother threw him a large bag. I know the army does not take the people of a needle, a thread asterisk, we are not good, only a little food self-grown. But the current situation is special, if not full, how can it be out, right? My mother blocked everything before searching for her mouth. Asterisk, this is one of the important principles of the Chinese People's Army, working for the people without benefits. Luke Trin said nothing, just greeted the army and brought things down the mountain. From beginning to end without inviting him to enter the door, he did not open his mouth. We all understand each other, anyway in the end of the world, the most precaution is the heart. Luke Trin went down the mountain, we also returned to the house. Although we do not fully believe what Shi Trin said, but certainly the outside situation is not satisfactory. Although the government has made efforts to relief, just looking at the military base also falls into zombie, it can be seen that the pressure that the nation has to suffer is very heavy. The survivors are flowing in panic, studying the vaccine has not progressed, the system of heavenly, traffic information is almost paralyzed. If not produced, 1 year, 2 years, it is still possible, to 8 years, 10 years. Who can guarantee when this disaster will end? That night, I was lying in bed thinking about what Lu Trin said today. The four sides of the Great Tan Sun are all mountains, Zombies cannot go out to form a zombie drive, not knowing what the zombie drive will happen? Could it be a smart zombie? In theory, zombies cannot be considered a living organism, but through my observation, they seem to be decomposed. The reason I realized that the existing zombie is not decomposed is because the first three-person zombie family appears. Although it was winter, the cold weather slowed down, but after a winter and spring, bat.h.it. But the zombies led by those people, experiencing a summer that they decompose very slowly. When it is cold, they do not change. At most, the speed slowed down due to not eating for a long time. This is absolutely not consistent with the biological law, maybe really related to the leaking virus. The next day, Luke Trin appeared outside the door. This time he did not wear that dirty military uniform, the wound on his body was also handled, his face was also washed. At this time, I realized that he was quite handsome, not as sophisticated as a celebrity but brought the traditional beauty, the five officials clear, resilient atmosphere. This time he did not come to the empty-handed hand, but holding his mother's bag prepared for him yesterday. Now that bag is full of walnuts, looking at him who has just come to the mountain to pick up, still wet rain. It was still raining today, but it was much smaller than yesterday, expected to stop tonight. Lutrin, yesterday he said he would not handle the zombie drive, would there be evolved into a smart zombie? I stood on the wall and looked down at Luke Trin. He said nothing, we kept looking at each other like that. After a while, Lutrin opened his mouth first. It is likely that, you don't go out may not be detected, now zombies are not the same. Is it because the virus leaked from America? Hearing me say, Lutrin was surprised, it seems that you know quite a lot. Before the electricity was interrupted, I accidentally saw a live stream. A man foreigners run and shout about the leaking virus. After that, I learned his account. He was a professor assistant, researching the biology. When I said, I always looked into the eyes of Luke Trin. I did not lie to him, nor did I intend to deceive. It is a virus leaking from the ACE laboratory. This virus has increased the lifetime of zombies many times. After that, the virus has experienced several mutations and has now become the current form. Zombie is almost unprepared, there is no other way to destroy them outside the head. Lutrin did not expect me to know these things, so he did not hide it either. I know these things are due to some chances. What about you, searching? I don't believe a normal soldier knows that detail. Lieutenant Colonel Luke Trin, 38th Army Corps, is very pleased to meet you. Lee J., a normal editor, is very pleased to meet you. Luke Trin went down the mountain again, before he went to bring my mother's lunch box. Or maybe it should be called a rice barrel, because my mother has prepared a huge amount, enough for me to eat all day. You left walnuts, is it a fair exchange? That night, the rain stopped, my mother was in the kitchen to prepare dry food for Luke Trin to bring it to the departure tomorrow. Dry food is very typical in our area, is a large specialty of dry celery, adding cornstarch this year to grind, very fragrant. She also steamed a little more bacon, afraid of eating too monotonous, so she also packed with some new dried roses. I feel this is more like preparing to go picnic rather than long distances. I don't know where my father pulled a motorbike from. Not a heavy motorbike, but an old car, a very large wheel, not too wide, there is a small box behind. This was the car back then I bought when my parents were not married, drove to the mother for a walk. Mom looked at the car also full of nostalgia. It seemed that when my father was a young man, he was also an adventurer. The motorbike was filled with gasoline, and also found a closed container to fill the backup gasoline. Mom also prepared food and water into a backpack. Mom, have you put it in? Give up. I also added a bottle of Yunnan white medicine, when I encountered an unexpected thing. In the dark, we opened the door, carrying motorbikes and furniture out, so that tomorrow Luke Trin to go to the mountain could see. Closing the door, I lay in bed without being able to sleep, finally deciding to go down to bed without sleep. I went to the third floor to look for the whole body to protect my whole body, then searched for the blade that was reinforced earlier. Thinking for a while, I took more excess steel pipes from repairing the house, bringing it out when it was dark. When I returned to close the gate, I saw Lutrin. We both said nothing, until I completely closed the gate. I called my parents. The whole family appeared on the wall like the first time meeting. Lutrin Mac Military Army Easter, the sun slowly sprouted. The rays of the morning sun shone on him, making him look brilliant and resilient. Lutrin, did you see the motorbike at the corner of the wall? You rode it on the mountain. This car was regained, it would not make a loud noise. Lutrin looked at me without moving, because the light from behind, I did not see his expression clearly. After a moment of silence, Lutrin quietly wore a protective armor, a backpack, and also used a steel pipe lanyard and sword to the side. When he raised his head again, I saw an ancient general about to go out, only that general rode a horse, and he drove a motorbike. Little Luke, seeing the 3 roses going down the mountain? From here, going down, going to the end is a ravine, then turning right down a few steps to see a small road. Following that road to the end can reach the front of the forest ahead, the rest of the road depends on you. My father pointed to the small road down the mountain. This road was the way we went up. Lutrin greeted a military style, then turned his back to drive away. Lutrin. Lutrin stopped, raised his head to look at me. Survive. I threw him a protective glass. He caught, greeted me like the army and then down the mountain, not turning around. Lutrin went away, our lives returned to the previous state. At the time when we had no snow, we had time to pick up walnuts, pick up firewood, and reinforce obstacles. In the past, Lutrin mentioned the zombie drive, so we were forced to prepare soon. Seen from the computer enlarged, the terrain where we live is like a upside-down vase. In front of the mountain is a big belly, between a small neck, and this side is a small belly. Autumn seems to have passed in the blink of an eye. Just one blink of an eye came to the winter. When the first snow fell, we successfully placed obstacles on the entire road to the mountain. It is really 5 steps, 10 steps. Do not say that zombies are difficult, even we want to go out is difficult. When completing the work, we are also very surprised with this result. The scale of the building is really unlike the 3 people who can complete. It can only be said that before the survival, the potential of people is extremely large. After going to the winter, we no longer out of the house. In addition to controlling the drone to observe the wandering zombies on the road, we also see the latest news online. So time came to New Year's Eve, has been a year from the end of the world. Mom, what do you look at? I was excited to hold things in my hand. What is it? Look at this, is chicken eggs, the children see behind the mountain. We ate all the eggs bought from half last year, today discovered chicken eggs. This means that we are going to have new chicken eggs to eat. The future will no longer lack chicken eggs. Although I don't like chicken eggs very much, this does not reduce my excitement. So good, there is chicken eggs. I brought corn seeds, started everywhere for chicken to eat, could find chicken eggs, really found a lot. After that, the whole winter I had a new task, feeding chickens. Gradually, all the chickens realized my drone. I gradually led them down the mountain. Finally, before the spring came, I took the chicken back to the mountain. They are eating good shellfish and living in the chicken cages that can cover the wind. I met again after a year. That day, I just finished feeding the chicken, then went to the mountain. Seeing in front of my door, there were 10 strangers standing there, I panicked and turned to run. Lee I am, surged. As the voice of Lutrin, I stopped looking at it. As expected of a blue uniform. I went back to my house safely and gazed at them and closed the door. I climbed on the wall, Like the first time I met, I stood on the wall, he stood under the wall. But otherwise, formerly the three of us faced him, now a team of 10 people facing me. To be honest, I feel quite large. Fight. Do not know who laughed first, breaking the silence. You guys go down the mountain to rest first, I'll come right away. Yes, Colonel. Luke Trin gave his soldiers down the mountain to rest, and he continued to look at each other with me. This time you came here to destroy zombies. It's almost time. The current study of the zombie virus has made breakthroughs. The study found that although the meteorite has radiation, the radiation will gradually weaken over time. We are currently searching nationwide, collecting all the meteorite pieces, then destroying synchronously, so it can be avoided the fact that zombies continue to evolve under the impact of meteorite. Zombie could not threaten. You don't go out. When I resolve zombie thoroughly, I will come to notify you. I did not ask about the outside situation, nor did they ask how they were looking for scattered meteorites. I told him the information I know, that at the painting station there are meteors discovered by tourists, maybe not just one piece. Luke Trin said. They will rest one night at the foot of the mountain. Before going down the mountain, my mother gave Luke Trin a large bag of items, including a basket of chicken eggs. I wondered why my parents didn't go out. It turned out to be cooking indoors. Luke Trin brought food down the mountain, before leaving, and greeting us to greet the army. When I got home, I could not describe my feelings. My parents are very happy to see Luke Trin again, heard that tomorrow they will leave. My mother decided to treat them a dumpling meal. Now not winter, the vegetables in the garden are available, saying it is done. Our whole family did not sleep all night. My father and I wrapped dumplings, my mother prepared a snack for them to carry, busy all night. The next morning, we presented cooked dumplings out of the door, discovered that the door was filled with a pile of walnuts, surely they picked up early in the morning. A few minutes later, as expected, they came to say goodbye to us. My family stood on the wall, waved to them. My mother told them to eat dumplings while still hot, not something delicious, telling them not to save. I saw many soldiers who were red and eye-catching, and a young man cried out loud. After finishing the dumpling, my mother took the snack that she had prepared. After one night of thinking, I decided to bring all the protection armor we made. In addition to the set of 3 people in my family, all were brought out. Seeing these things, all the soldiers said they could not accept it, but Luke Trin stood out to tell them. The whole team went on the road. Before leaving, Luke Trin also greeted me. Wait for me back. I found his eyes very complicated. I seemed to understand, but also did not seem to understand. Luke Trin. I threw a bag of candy from the wall. Survive. They left again, this time was to the mountain. The meeting again was 4 months later, and another month was Tet. That day, Luke Trin suddenly appeared in front of the door. He told me the government decided in another month to throw B.O.M, the painting station in the mountains ahead. He told us not to be afraid. After throwing B.O.M, someone would come to clean the battlefield, later it could be built here. If he was in charge of building, he would tell me. If not him, do not worry, rest assured in the house, won't be bothered by anyone. This time, Luke Trin went urgently, before leaving me with a mobile phone and my army card. A month passed very quickly. My family ate a hot pot to watch movies, hear B.O.M from afar, feel more secure than ever. The 3rd year of the apocalypse, the government built a safe base in Dystopian. Our village was also included in the basis. When the obstacles were cleaned, the small square finally appeared strangers. The new commander was not the 6th, but it didn't make it difficult for me. We donate all items grown at the foot of the mountain for the past 2 years, and have been rewarded especially for this. There are also people who intend to attack our safe home, but look at the army card of Luke Trin and the items we donate, Later those who find excuses are no longer appearing at the base. The 5th year of the apocalypse, the vaccine was finally successful, the counterattack of humanity against zombies officially began. I registered to join the search and rescue team in the back, my parents stayed home to participate at the base. For the first time, gradually, I became the captain who led a small team. Over the years, I also met Lutrin several times, he was increasingly busy. Every time I broke up, I told him a sentence, survive. And he greeted me with a greeting of the army. In the 8th year of the apocalypse, with the last zombie being destroyed on a small island in the Pacific Ocean, the zombie virus has completely ended. We returned to the city that was both strange and familiar, began to rebuild our homeland. This year I am 35 years old. We rearrange items in the house, donating 90% of items for the country. In addition to the accumulated points that I have tried to earn from GI houses in good location, spacious space, and a small garden. After 8 years of disaster, the population on Earth is only 1/10. Our government have never abandoned the people, so in the population statistics after the disaster, our country has the highest survivor, but it is only a 5-year part compared to the end of the world. After the disaster, we rebuilt our homeland. I, who used to type the keyboard before, in recent years have learned how to cultivate and operate large machines, even learned how to repair the engine. I met Chumu again, she was not dead, so good. Her family, besides his grandfather, died a few years ago, his parents and younger brother were fine. Chumu said that now her father is older, at this time, I know that her family is rich from real estate, even our new home is built by her father. Goodbye Chumu, I saw Lutrin looking for me. JJ, I like me, can I marry me? Lutrin, I'm 35 years old. JJ, I'm 39 years old. If you don't criticize you, I don't criticize you, I don't know how to talk, then accept me. Although I don't have any special talents, at least there is a little army, will not let you suffer. Saying that, Lutrin knelt down on one knee, no ring, no flowers, only the military medal he removed on his body and the candy previously I gave him. Alright, at least there is a candy. I ate candy, led Lutrin home. Although there is no diamond ring, but whoever told the military medal to suit me more. 2 years after the disaster, I searched for marriage, officially became husband and wife under the blessing of friends and relatives. Looking at those around us, we will be better and better. Like the world after this disaster, it will certainly be better.